Hi, everybody. I'm just adjusting everything here. I think that's a little bit better. Happy New Year, everyone. I wanted to stop in today to kind of go over some of the things that I have planned for 2020. Lots of fun stuff, interactive stuff. I know that I'm still going to be putting out videos, tutorials, things like that, like the basic stuff. But I also wanted to kind of do some fun stuff that kind of includes anybody who wants to be involved. So before I start, I do want to let you know that I am recording on my phone as I normally do, and I don't always see the notifications depending on how quickly they come across. I'm hoping you guys are seeing this because I have not seen one comment come across yet. There we go. Hi, Dawn. So the comments on my end, because I'm only looking at one screen, which is the screen I'm recording from. Hi, Mom. I don't, sometimes they disappear quicker than I can actually respond to them. So if I don't answer your question or respond to your comment, just copy and paste it again. It's just simply because I haven't seen it. Hi, Jamie. Hello, everybody. Okay, lots of people here. Okay. So I'm going to get started kind of on a personal note first, as far as design teams go. You'll notice, or you may notice, I've scaled down on my design team commitments, not just for 2020, but I have been for the last, oh my gosh, Pam, how are you? I used to work with Pam a year or so ago. I miss you. So I've scaled down my design teams the last few months, and it's simply for the fact that I was kind of going crazy with them. Every time I would see a design team call and it was a company that I liked, I applied. And it's fun to be on a design team, but it's also a lot of work to be on a design team. And at one point I was on 6, and which was fine. But Frankie's good. Frankie is sleeping now. He was just running around like crazy a little while ago. I was hoping that he would stay awake so that he could pop in and say hello, but they're both sleeping now. But so for the design teams, I found that I was taking on too much, so that other opportunities or things that were coming my way, I was either still accepting them, and I'm mainly talking about guest design work, which I love. I was either accepting them and getting so stressed out because I was getting down to like the day it was due and I was trying to scramble and get something done, or I would have to turn them down just because I didn't have enough time. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to turn things down just because I don't have time. So hopefully, kind of going into 2020, I have scaled back on my design teams. I am on 2. So I'm going to stay on with Simon Hurley and Miss Inc., which you're not going to see a ton of videos with Miss Inc. because they're more social media, but I should probably do 1 video a month, I would say, with Miss Inc. Simon Hurley will be 2, sometimes 3 if there's a new release. But other than that, no design teams other than those 2. So I'll be doing a lot of guest work. I already have some things lined up, but if you notice that there's not a whole lot of design team work, that's the reason. I'm just scaling back because I don't want to take on a long-term commitment that I may not be able to fulfill. I don't want to let anybody down. Let me put it to you that way. So that's more on a personal level. But the things I have kind of been brainstorming some ideas to do in 2020 that will involve more of us. So not just me doing a video and commenting and things like that. So I figured there was a few things that we could do as a whole. Anybody who's interested in participating, if you want to stay a viewer, that's fine too. But a couple different ideas. So first, which I guess is more, I guess, me, but I'm looking for your input more. I get a lot of questions about kits, mainly monthly card kits. There's more and more coming to market all the time. It seems like every company is trying out kits. So I get a lot of questions and of what kit would I recommend for this particular person. And without knowing that particular person and without knowing their style and how long they've been card making, how much supplies they have, or anything like that, I really can't give you an honest and accurate answer. So the last week in January, from January 25th through January 31st, I'm doing a kit week. So I'm going to be featuring 7 different kits. Each day is going to be one kit. I'm going to kind of go through the contents with you, and obviously not every month is going to be exactly the same, but you kind of get an idea of what comes in that kit. Prices, subscriptions. Hi, Teresa. Speaking of kits, one of them will be scrapping for less. So it's basically going to give you all of everything you need to know about that particular kit. If it's a one-time purchase, can you do a one-time purchase? Because I know some companies don't allow that. Everything you need to know. And of course, I'll be making some cards with each one of the kits. Right now, I have 6 totally lined up, and that's Simon Says Stamp, Scrapping for Less, Pink and Main, Tonic, Spellbinders, and Hero Arts. And my 7th one, I'm thinking it's going to be Brutus Monroe, the inspiration box, but I haven't heard back from them yet. So, and I only want to hear back from them because I want to know whether I should purchase the one that's available now or whether I will have it in time for the next one, whenever they're going to release that, if I'll have it in time in order to fit that into a video, or whether I should use the one that's available now. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them so I know which one to purchase. So a lot of these are going to be brand new to me as well. I've always worked with Simon Says Stamp. I've worked with Scrapping for Less for a very long time. And I've had some Hero Arts kits, but I've never, the Pink and Main once. Never had Tonic, never had Spellbinders, and never had Brutus Monroe. So some of these are going to be new to me as well. So I think it'll be fun. So on to some of the things that kind of involve everyone. So if you have been a subscriber of mine, or Mary's or Jen's, Mary Polanco or Jen from Scarpina Creations, for a while, or at least 6 months or so, you would probably remember the encouragement hop. And this was an idea that was very spontaneous. It came to me during a live like this, and then it kind of, while I had a ton of fun doing it, it was a little bit, it kind of blew up more than what I ever expected it to be. So basically, if you guys aren't aware, what the encouragement hop was, is because so many hops, blog hops, YouTube hops, Instagram hops, are pretty much invitation only. You have to have your name. Somebody needs to know your name. Somebody needs to know who you are in order to be invited to participate. And I know that's probably the easiest way to do things, but it's not necessarily fair. And so this was kind of an all-inclusive hop. It didn't matter whether you made YouTube videos. It didn't matter if you had a blog, or you could mail in your cards to me. And I would feature them in a video for you and kind of explain what you did, your name, where you're from, all of that. So I want to do more hops. I thought it was a ton of fun, but I ended up with about, if I remember correctly, about 135 people. So if you have never been part of a hop before or organized a hop before, it's a lot of work. There was people being added and people dropping out, and something went wrong with my email. So emails were going to spam and I didn't see them, or disappearing and I didn't see them. So it was like a lot of last minute things. I was working all through the night before we went live. And then when we went live, I made sure all the links worked. Thanks to Mary and Jen for helping me with that, because going through 135 would have taken a long time. But I worked days and days and days, like full days on this hop. But it was fun. And I think that it served its purpose for many people, I know by watching the videos, at least the YouTube videos, there was many people who had never made a video before, but this kind of encouraged them to get going or at least give it a try. And so I do think it's worth it to continue with hops, but on a smaller scale. So I tried to add it to the description box, but I was not able to do so. I have created a Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group, and this is going to be a little bit easier for me to kind of keep everything organized. So my goal is to have one hop per month, and it's not going to have 130 people in the hop. Each one will be on a much smaller scale. So they'll have different themes. Some will be just for YouTube, some will be just for blogs, some will just be for Instagram or social media, and others will be whatever you want. We'll kind of link them all together. And each one will have a theme. So when I announce the theme in the group, if you're interested in participating, you kind of just come and say, I'm interested, and I'll just pick however many people should be in that group. For blogs and YouTube, I'm probably thinking somewhere between 12 and 15. For like an Instagram hop, I can certainly do more than that. So, hello. No, you're not missing much. We're just talking about different things that are going on in 2020, and I was talking about hops. So I did try to go back and add the Facebook group to the description box, but I guess once I set up a live, I can't add anything to this description box. So I'll have to do this once once the video processes, and I'll add it there. But I'll also post it on my my regular Facebook page. So if you don't follow me, just search for me. You don't have to follow me, but you'll be able to see the link if you want to be a part of that Facebook group. I think this is just an easier way for me to kind of keep track of everything, where everything is all in one place. And we're going to do lots of hops, but they'll just be on a smaller scale. So I won't be working 3-4 straight days on them. So that is the first thing. So the next thing is, and maybe you guys can help me with this, is I also, the cards that I received for that hop were donated to different organizations, a couple of different organizations. And I wanted to continue that. So again, we're going to be doing this monthly. The first of the month, I will announce whatever organization is chosen for that month. And if there's any specifications as far as what their requirements are for the cards, because I know that some like children's hospitals and things like that don't allow glitter and things like that. So if there are any requirements or restrictions, I should say, on our cards, I'll let you know on the first. And also in the description box, once this all posts, but I believe it's in my about section as well, will be a PO box that you can mail your cards to for that particular theme or for that particular organization. And on the first of the following month, I will showcase them in a video. If for some reason you do not want me to show it in a video, but you still want to donate your cards, just put a little sticky note or something that says do not show in video or just donate or something like that. So for the first month, so any cards that I receive from now, which obviously I'm not going to receive any now, but anything that I receive in the month of January up until January 31st, will be donated to River Valley Estates in Yuma, Arizona. This is an assisted living facility, and actually my great aunt lives there. And the reason why I chose them is because I guess it kind of breaks my heart because I'm in New York, she's in Arizona, and she spent the holidays by herself. They do a lot of events at the facility, different crafty things, different dinners and things like that. But knowing that she spent the holidays alone and she's not the only one, I figured it would be nice to send a bunch of cards to some people there and kind of make them smile, I guess. So I will take care of all the donations. Hi, Tracy. Um, like I said, the PO box is in the the about section on my YouTube channel. It's also on my blog, and I think that's the only places. But if you're watching this on replay, it will be in the description box. So that is going to be the first month that we send these to. So the cards have to be received by January 31st. Mom, just hand me yours. Don't mail them. I'm going to see you like 3 times a week anyway. So just send them in by the 31st. I'll showcase them in the video on February 1st. And also on that video, I will announce the next organization. Also, if you want to recommend an organization that you want us to send cards to, certainly let me know. You can let me know in the comments. You can email me. You can put it on a sticky note inside your card, whatever you want. But if there is an organization that means something to you that you'd like to donate cards to, just let me know. Okay, so also I need a name for that. I was kind of struggling with this, something to call this video so you guys know what video it is. If it's something that you're not interested in participating in, you don't have to waste your time clicking on the video and realizing halfway through this is not something you're interested in. So I was kind of playing with names of what we should call this as far as donating the cards. I'm not very creative when it comes to words. I know I spoke to my mom. She was trying to kind of go come up with something as well. The only thing I could come up with is carrying card makers. But if you have a better name for that, also let me know. I'm open to suggestions. All right, so does anybody have any questions about the hop information or the donating of the cards or anything that we talked about yet, or any, ignore me dropping my pen, cards for a cause. I like that. Okay, so that's probably what we're gonna go with. So also in 2020, I want to do more lives, but not these type of lives. I mean, yes, I like to do the Q&As. I like to chat with you guys about different topics, or anything really. But we're also going to do some crafty lives. So basically we can craft together and chat with each other at the same time. So that is going to be coming up as well. I'm trying to, yes, any occasion card, thinking of you, hello, sending smiles is a good one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, anything like that, anything to brighten their day. As far as the lives go, my setup, as some of you know, I reorganized my craft room and I wasn't really thinking. My work surface is not big at all. I'm used to having a double desk. I have one single desk, which is fine. But when you're recording and also doing a live and you have to have one screen where you're watching the comments, one thing that's recording you, it kind of gets a little crowded. So I am going to IKEA on Friday and hopefully can get something a little bit bigger and more spread out. The Facebook thing. I saw a question about the Facebook thing. So there is a private Facebook group that I have created. There's no members yet because I literally created it about 20 minutes ago. So not everything is set up, but that is where we're going to be announcing hops and different collaborations. So every time there's a hop, it will either be for YouTube, blog, Instagram, or social media, or all of the above, and a theme. If you're interested in participating, you just leave a comment, let me know you're interested, and I'm going to do more hops, but have them on a smaller scale, just because it can be a little overwhelming trying to include everyone. And I do want this to be all inclusive. You do not have to have, a certain number of subscribers or followers. You do not have to have any design team experience. You don't need to have any of that. Hi, Simon. To participate in the hops. I want it to be for everybody. I just have to kind of limit the number in each hop to make it a little bit easier on me and a little bit easier on you guys too. Hey, Renee. So that is what that private Facebook group is about. So I will link it in the description box once this goes live. I think we're friends on Facebook. Are we friends on Facebook? Because I will send you an invite. Anybody who wants an invite, if you don't want to come back and watch this video, just leave a comment or something, and I will send me a Facebook message, something, and I will send you the link directly. Okay, so on to the next thing is going to be kind of similar to the hop. And I guess this will probably be something that we can chat about in the Facebook group as well if there's any questions. But these are going to be more collaborations. So the difference between a hop and a collaboration is usually a collaboration is just 2 or 3 people. I thought we were friends. Okay, I will send you, once I'm done here, I will send you an invite for the Facebook group. Okay. So the collaborations, what I have in my head, and like I said, I'm always open to suggestions, but I know I spoke to Renee about this to see if she'd be interested in doing this, and she was, so that's good. Basically what I will do is I'll send her a card, she'll send me a card. Then we'll each create a video showing the card that we received, and then create a card that we are inspired to make by what we received. It does not have to use the same stamp set. It does not have to use all of that. It just needs to something from that card. What from that card inspired you? That's kind of, I figured that would be fun, and you don't have to be a YouTuber. I know that Tracy and I did a collaboration on Instagram where we just kind of picked a theme and posted a card. So this would be a little bit different, where we would actually send a card, you'll have it in your hand, and what about this card inspires you? It could be the colors, it could be the technique, it could be the stamp set, it could be the sentiment, it could be anything from that card that inspires you to make something. So I would totally expect the card that you create to look completely different than what you actually received, but something from that card that inspires you. So I think that will be a lot of fun, and I hope to do more of those. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a video. If you have a blog, we can do blogs, we can do Instagram, we can do Facebook, we can do whatever you want to do. I'm open to anything. So that is basically what I have in mind for this year. There is more, but can't say anything yet. There are some other people that most of you probably know that I've been chatting with that we're going to kind of work together on certain things. We don't have all the details worked out. So I don't want to mention anything yet, but in the next couple of weeks, more will be happening. But I just want to make this more of an interactive channel instead of just tutorials all the time. So I figured involving all of you will make it fun, and hopefully others will find more people to follow, more people to chat with. I know the card swap was a success for some of you that we did. I think, when did we do that? September or October? So I think that helped a lot of people meet new people. I tried to kind of keep it somewhat next to one another. I didn't always succeed with that because I may not have had more than 2 people in Alaska. But I tried to keep it with at least in the same state or an adjacent state so that you guys can hopefully maybe meet somebody new. A crafty goal of mine this year, and I don't want to say that this is happening and this date, this place, and all of that because I don't have any details worked out, but I would like to really do in-person events where it doesn't have to be big. I don't need 100 people to show up to a crop. I don't care if there's 5 of us that show up to a crop. I like to, if you're anything like me, you probably don't have a whole lot of card makers that you know of in your area. So if I can kind of meet up with some of you guys and kind of bring people together, some of us may have to travel an hour or 2, but I think it would totally be worth it. But that would be not something that would be happening until spring or summer because I live in New York and we never know what the weather is going to be like here. We might have 45 degrees and sunny one day and 2 feet of snow the next. So we just don't know. So I don't like to plan any kind of traveling unless I absolutely have to in the winter. So I know that I'm probably going to start on the East Coast just because that's easiest and cheapest for me. But yes, Florida is definitely one that I have on my wish list to come down to. I know that there's a lot of you guys from Florida. I know just by sending out my Christmas cards. And I did send out Christmas cards to as many people as I had addresses for. And I noticed a lot of them in Florida. I noticed that a lot of them are in Pennsylvania. And a lot of Midwest. There's not as many on the West Coast as I would have imagined. So gonna kind of keep it on the East Coast and maybe not Midwest, middle of the country. The word is like escaping me right now. But that's kind of where I want to start with anyway. Some of you guys may have a venue that you know of in your area or somewhat close by that hopefully is inexpensive, because I'll be honest with you, I have never been to a crop. Never been to a crop. So I'm not probably the best person to organize one, but we'll make it fun. We'll definitely make it fun. And so if you know of venues that are inexpensive, I don't want this to cost me a ton. I don't want this to cost you a ton. I want it to kind of be just fun. You know, nobody wants to spend $300 to go craft for a day. I mean, maybe, but we're going to kind of keep that as cheap as possible. But that is one of my goals for this year. Oh, Dawn, that's a good idea. We'll have to, maybe we'll chat about things in the Facebook group once this kind of starts coming together a little bit, especially knowing where everybody is from. I think that would probably be helpful so I can kind of gauge where I should go. I don't have a ton of money. My craft budget is very, very minimal. So this would kind of have to be fit into that. So I have to kind of gradually build up. But yeah, so I'm thinking Pennsylvania for sure, because there was a ton of you in Pennsylvania, lots of you in Florida. So kind of thinking that. No, YouTube doesn't make a lot. No, a lot of people, and me included, had no idea how much you made on YouTube. And I was so excited to get 1,000 subscribers. And when I woke up one morning, and like anybody who has a YouTube channel, especially when you're fairly new with a YouTube channel, you're constantly checking your views, constantly checking your comments, checking your thumbs up, maybe thumbs down. You're constantly checking it. And I woke up one morning and I pulled it up, and it had this little green dollar sign next to all of my videos. And I'm like, what in the world is this? Had no idea that I was going to be monetized, but I was all excited thinking, oh, wow, this is going to be like a part-time job income. No. So yes, Renee, it will slowly go down. You don't necessarily worry about your views, your thumbs up and thumbs down after a while. Not saying that I don't want views, but I'd rather interact with you guys through comments and different events that, you know, we're planning here, and rather than worrying about if somebody didn't like the way I talk. So that is, who's also near Albany? I must have missed a comment there, because I see somebody is near Albany, other than my mom, because I know where she is. So does anybody have any questions or any suggestions? Like I said, this is my channel, as in it has my name on it. And for the most part, I'm the one who uploads the content, but it feels like it's more It's more of our channel because I want it to be more interactive. I want to include everyone who wants to be included. So any suggestions, it doesn't have to be an event. It doesn't have to be a hop. It doesn't have to be anything like that. If there is a technique that you want me to do in a future video, let me know. If I have the materials or if I can easily get the materials, I'll do it. Even if it's the first time I've done it, even if it's a technique I've never tried, I will give it a try and I'll do it live with you guys so you can see either a huge success or a huge disaster, but at least you'll know. So like I said, any suggestions at all that you guys have of content, events, any way that we can kind of work together on things, be my guest, email me, comment, Facebook message me, Instagram DM me, I think they call it, anything, or post it in the group if you want to become a part of the group. But again, I will put a link for that group in the description box. So if you are watching this on replay, it will be in the description box along with the PO box to send in those cards. And also I will post it on my regular Facebook page. I have my personal Facebook and then I have my Facebook page. So check the Facebook page. Don't check my personal Facebook because I'm not going to put it on there. But and anybody who has issues finding it, feel free to send me a message. Yes, that would be awesome, Dawn. I actually did that only one time because I've only really traveled to see one crafty friend. And it wasn't really even that far. But Jen from Scrappina Creations and I met in Syracuse, which is about a 2-hour drive from me. And from where she was staying, it was about a 2.5-hour drive. So we met in Syracuse. We stayed there for a couple of days. We lugged some crafting supplies and crafted in the hotel room. And we did a live while we were there and it was a lot of fun. So yes, definitely that would be a lot of fun. And crafting and crime. I was speaking to Renee on Facebook Messenger the other day, and this is kind of a side note, really nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I have been hooked. I mean, addicted to true crime videos on YouTube. I listen to them while I craft. I have them on, I stream them to my TV when I'm cleaning or when I'm laying down to go to bed. I listen, not that that's the best thing to listen to when you're trying to go to sleep, but I'm obsessed. And I'm especially missing persons. And I think what got me hooked is that there was a local case a few years ago. Actually, I think it was more than a few years ago. And I happened to scroll across it on YouTube where somebody was talking about this case that is local and that I'm familiar with. And I started watching it and then I started watching all of her videos and now I'm obsessed. So I was speaking to Renee and there is a YouTuber out there and I can't remember her name. Renee, you can type her name in. She does her makeup while she's talking true crime. And I'm like, there we go, crafting and crime. So I'll just make a card as I'm telling you about a case. I don't do the podcasts yet. I'm getting there because once I get through all of these videos, which will probably be in a couple of days because I'm watching like 5 or 6, 7, 8 a day. So I am kind of obsessed. In fact, I'm so behind on crafting videos because those of you who have YouTube channels, I do watch your videos. I don't always comment because I'm streaming it to my TV and I can't comment, but I do always watch them. But I'm behind. I'll be honest with you. I'm behind because I can't get myself off those true crime videos. But eventually. So we can do a crafting and crime video. But yeah, if there are any suggestions, like I said, feel free to get them to me somehow. And I will take all of them into consideration depending on how easy they are for me to achieve. It might be something that I can just kind of roll out right away. If it takes some planning, I'll kind of let you know this is kind of my time frame to get this rolled out. So, just a quick recap for, especially for those of you who kind of came in a little bit later. We are doing the Cards for a Cause, and our first month is going to River Valley Estates, which is an assisted living community in Yuma, Arizona. The theme can be anything uplifting, thinking of you, hello, sending, what was it? Sending sunshine, or I think somebody said that, sending hugs, anything like that. And those will have to be received by January 31st. February 1st, I will put them in a video to showcase them on the channel so everybody can see your creations. And then I will go ahead and send those off to River Valley Estates. Also on the 1st of February, I will announce the next organization. For HOPS, the private Facebook group, I will go ahead and send out invites to everybody that I can think of once I get off of here. And if you don't get an invite from me, it's either because I missed it or I don't know what I'm doing. And just send me a message and I'll send you the link directly. Collaborations, same thing. If you're interested in doing a collaboration, feel free to reach out to me or just send me a message through that Facebook group. So I think that is it. That's all I really had to talk about today. I'm really, really excited because I think this is going to kind of change the direction, not completely, but it's going to kind of, I don't know, I guess change the direction of the channel a little bit. We're still going to do the tutorials, but it's going to have a little bit more mixed in with it. And I think it'll be fun. So like I said, if you have any suggestions or questions, you can either ask them now or send me a comment later on, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Like I said, give me probably about 20 minutes or so to send out those invites for the Facebook group. If you don't get that invite, just send me a message and I'll send you the link directly. I would love to do, oh, that disappeared on me. The first comment before Renee's disappeared on me. But if you could just copy and paste it. Okay, Kim, I'll send you, I'm writing down names, but like I said, I might miss something, or I might just not know how to do it, but we'll figure it out. Learn as we go. So yeah, that is it, except if that, she was worried about quality of her videos. Don't ever worry about quality of your videos. I was worried about it too when I first started. I personally, and this is, I would say that I could probably speak for a majority of the crafting community, never, ever has watched a video on card making and said, oh, the lighting's bad. Oh, I can't, the quality is just terrible. I'm not watching this anymore. I'm paying attention to what you're doing. So I don't really care. Personally, I really don't care about the quality, and it will improve over time. I look at some of my videos and that embarrassing video that YouTube decided to push out to the whole entire world. It was so bad. It was so bad. I think I have like over 100 thumbs down on it because of the quality, but it was my third video ever. And you know, it is what it is. Slowly I've kind of gotten better lighting and better setups and better mounts and things like that. But if you have an issue with anything specific, or even if it's just you that thinks so, I can try to help. Just reach out to me and I'll try to do my best to kind of help you with, okay, Maria, I'll send you one. I'll try to help you with what I've learned along the way anyway. And hopefully that will help, depending on what you record with, what you edit with. I know lighting is very difficult to get down. I had the hardest time with lighting for a very long time. I would show my Copic colors and everybody would comment, there's too much of a glare. I can't see what color you're using. So after a lot of experimenting and a lot of advice from other YouTubers, I almost have it down. So hopefully with the new setup, once I make that trip to IKEA, Linda, okay. everything will kind of work out. But if you need any help or any advice, feel free to reach out to me. I'll do the best I can to help you. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into videos. So if you're not a YouTuber and you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel or creating a YouTube channel, just know, kind of have a realistic goal and a realistic expectation of how much time you're going to put into it. The card is just a little teeny tiny portion of what goes into getting a video out there. And I know many of you that are on YouTube can verify that. So I know I was talking to Renee. I talk to Renee a lot. I love Renee. But she was talking about kind of her goals too. And I don't mean to put you on the spot, Renee, but she has made it to 300 subscribers. And I think she's just over that now. And she's slowly building up. And what you'll notice with YouTube, at least this is what I noticed, it took me forever to reach 1,000 subscribers. And I was putting in a ton of work to get to 1,000 subscribers. And okay, I'll send you an invite. Like I said, if I'm missing names, just send me a message. But she said she wants to get to 1,000 by the end of 2020. I'm like, girl, you're gonna hit that by the end of March. She is Delaney Jane Cards. So you'll see her in the comments. She's watching live now, and that is her channel name, Delaney Jane Cards. And she's fabulous. She's she's not even that new to YouTube. She's been doing it for a couple of months, but she's already getting a lot of opportunities. And so if you don't subscribe to her, definitely subscribe to her. You will not be sorry. She's very talented. And hopefully she'll be involved in some of the hops that we do and different events. So, I have an IKEA 10 minutes away. Oh my gosh, an IKEA. That would be so dangerous for me if I had an IKEA that close to me. I don't know, I think it's about 2 hours away. I go to one of the ones in New Jersey. And I'm in upstate New York. So it takes about between 2 and 2.5 hours to get there. And I don't go often, but if I had one 10 minutes away, there would be no more crafty budget. It would be all IKEA budget. So that's a good thing that I don't have one too close. So if there is not any more questions, is one of your first videos? I'm just trying to catch up on the conversation. But again, my comments disappear pretty quickly. Okay, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. So I am going to look that up when I'm done here so I can subscribe. Time limit on her video? What do you mean? How long the video should be? Or I'm confused. I missed some of the conversation that was going on. So I'm probably not the best one to comment. But yeah, I'm definitely going to subscribe. If any of you guys have YouTube channels, they want the first one under 15 minutes, but you can verify your channel when posting however. Oh, I did not know that. That must be new. Because I don't know how long my first video was, but I don't know that it was under 15 minutes. I can pretty much guarantee it wasn't. My videos tend to be a little long. But I'll have to check that. You can do an introduction video as well, like just show yourself coloring or watercoloring or organizing supplies and kind of just do a voiceover like, this is my channel, this is what you can expect. Link all your social media stuff in the description, things like that. So a lot of people do introduction videos. I found out this like 6 months into my channel. So I don't have an introduction video. But that's something that you can just get up there and get that first one out of the way. That's strange. Maybe it was, and I just didn't realize that was an issue. That's new to me. Yeah, I would try the introduction video, get the first one out there, and then you can hopefully immediately upload the next one. And I saw another comment that somebody had an issue where they can't record on their phone for very long. I don't know what kind of phone you have, or what kind of mount you're using. I always used to record on my phone. I have an iPhone and I didn't have an issue. The only problem is that it would tie up my phone all the time. And with my phone, if like my phone is not plugged in now, so probably when I get done, my phone's going to be dead. And if I plug this in, if I'm charging my phone while I'm recording, it's going to overheat. It's done it during a live. It overheated and just completely shut it down. So I had that issue too, always kind of keeping it charged. Galaxy Note 8 limited to 11 minutes. Oh, wow. Well, I got a camera for my birthday in August from my parents, and it's definitely been a lifesaver. It took me a while to get the editing down because it was something that I was completely not used to. But I know that the only thing is, if you do want to get a camera, the only thing that you want to make sure that it has is autofocus. I think that's what it's called, autofocus. So that if you're lifting things up and you're putting it down and you're moving your hands and things like that, it automatically focuses on what it should focus on. Some cameras, usually the really, really cheapy ones, don't have that. So not saying that they're bad. I just don't know whether they would work very well for a crafting video, a crafting tutorial. I have the, actually, I have the Canon Vixia, V-I-X-I-A, H-F, H as in Henry, F as in Frank, R as in Robert, 800, if that helps at all. And I love it. You can also take photos with it, and I can definitely charge it while I'm recording. And I have the Archon mount, and it works great for both the phone and the camera, so you can switch back and forth if you need to. So if that helps, I really like the camera. So it makes my life a lot easier where I'm not tying up my phone. And I used to put my phone on airplane mode so that I didn't get notifications, because so many times I was recording and I would get done or almost done with the card and realize that, oh, I must have gotten a call, even though it was on silent, or a notification where it shut off my video. And I lost most of it. So I was getting sick and tired of that happening. So definitely the camera has saved me from that aggravation. All right. Yeah. Oh, I've cried. I've cried. I tend to cry a lot when I get like overly stressed out. And it's usually, I end up crying over something so small. Like I could be upset that the video stopped recording and stressed about this and stressed about that, and like major things in your life to be stressed about. And if I drop my marker, I lose it. Like it's just that little thing that sets me off. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and send out all of those invitations to the Facebook group for as many people as I've gotten written down here, and anybody else I can think of that has commented. Like I said, if you don't get anything in about 20 minutes to a half an hour or something, it's either because I couldn't figure out how to do it, or it's because I just missed your name. I'm writing it down. I got you, Jamie, to participate. So Teresa, I got you too. Okay. We're going crazy here. Yeah, I got you. Dawn, this girl's hand is raised. Always late to the party, Desiree. Always. All right. So, okay, Sherry. Okay, I think I got everybody. Like I said, if you don't get anything, just send me a Tracy. I got you, I think. Diane. Jeez. All right. So we're going to have lots of fun with these. So like I said, if you don't get anything, definitely send me a message. You can find me on Messenger. Just look for my name. I'm going to be the only Courtney Kreeber. I think I'm pretty much, other than my mom and dad, I think we're the only Kreebers in the world. All right, Maria, have a good night. All right, guys. So I think I have everybody's name. I'm going to try my best to get this done right away. And that is it, I guess. So if there's no more questions or comments or suggestions, not saying you have to think of anything now. If anything pops in your mind later on or in the next couple of days, feel free to reach out to me. But like I said, there's much more to come in the next few weeks and couple of months. This is just kind of to get us started with 2020. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.